Welcome to this video. My name is Andre. I am one of the developers on TFC2, Collapse of the Bronze Age. This is our brand new game and the sequel to TFC, The Fertile Crescent, which is out on Steam. I'm gonna play through the demo version of TFC2, Collapse of the Bronze Age. If you would rather play this demo, check it out on Steam. If not, stay tuned and I will take you through it and you'll be able to get the developer's perspective on this game and what's changed and what's going to be new compared to the first game. So let's get into it. As you can see, there's all these different characters. There's a city burning. That's gonna be the beginning of the story. We're following an ensemble of characters this time as they go on an epic journey throughout the Middle East during the imminent late Bronze Age collapse, basically. So these are very scary times. Yeah, let's get into it.
They came from the sea.
Okay, so the end is coming. We have just witnessed the fall of the mighty Hittite Empire's capital, Hattusa. And we are now following a few characters. They're escaping the onslaught and figuring out what to do. So basically, we need to find some food. So let's check out some villages ahead. Now, compared to the first game, this is a much more narrative-driven game. So there will be a lot more dialogue. The missions will be a lot more advanced and emergent. We have made a level editor and a mission scripter to allow us to do this. So as you play through missions, things will happen and in response to what you do. So that's quite different to the first game, because the first game, the feedback was that the campaign mode was, a little bit simple and short. So this time we're going full throttle, working on this brand new campaign mode. So Anneli, the elder, is complaining that our food supplies are running dangerously low. Just like in the first game, food is important and units are constantly consuming food. So we need to make sure we are eating some food to stay alive. Another change compared to the first game is we are having players who don't have a lot of experience with real-time strategy games in mind. So everything will be introduced more gradually. In this first mission, we are focusing, mostly on learning how to select multiple units, move them around and stuff like that. So we're in this village. The local farmers must have been terrified. They've left in a hurry, and we just need to grab what we can. So the two children on this donkey, a boy and a girl, are actually the main characters' children, and their father is Mutti, whereas the elder woman is Mutti's mother-in-law, and the this big dude here, Oglum, he is a friend. So, our primary objective is to escape the sea people somehow, and the secondary objective is to pick up some food crates, don't have to do the secondary objectives, but you know, they will make your life easier if you complete them. It seems like some scouts have found us. So as you can see, the game being more narrative driven means there's more emergent storytelling. So we can, you know, go deeper with each character's backstory, show their personality more, and kind of show the game world more. And in comparison to the first game, our goal is to make you care more about what actually happens to the game world. Like, feel like there's something at stake and there's characters you care about. So they're mentioning some Kipara, maybe a Sea People's leader. Who is that? So Mutt is trying to portray himself as, you know, man of the fields, because he has been a farmer for quite a while, as well as Oglim, but, you know, as we'll see, they do not fight because they do have a backstory being warriors. Now, something new in this game is active pause. That was a very popular feature request for the first game, and we have taken the time to implement it for the second game. It just means that you can stop the game at any time and kind of think through your actions and also make actions while the game is paused. Because to a lot of players, this genre is very stressful. There's a lot of things going on, units, buildings, you know, battles. And being able to pause the game for a lot of modern gamers is very important. So we've added that, so I can pause the game. And I can make sure, you know, Oglim attacks this dude, and then Mutti attacks the same enemy, whereas Annalie can stay back. We don't want, like, she can't fight, so as you see the stats here, she's got 0 attack damage, so we'll just let her stay back. Also something I didn't mention, but I should, is a really cool new music system. In the first game, the music kind of changed dynamically based on, you know, how big your village was and how many, you know, the battles. If the music would, you know, start slowly building up and then going to full force as a big battle was happening. So we're doing similar stuff in this game, but it's a bit different. It's more emergent. So when you trigger, you know, certain triggers, mission triggers, the music's gonna kind of try to capture those moments. So right now, you know, when we go out of Octopus, you'll hear the battle music. We've toned it down a bit for active pause, so you feel like you're in pause mode. But it's gonna come back on, and as the battle finishes, the music will change. Okay. So we're gonna try to pick up some more food crates and finish the secondary objective. These food crates also heal our units in the radius, so that's really beneficial for, you know, any future encounters. And you can hear the music has changed now. We're not in the battle anymore. Okay. That's it. Oglim is happy. His belly is full. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Let's get far away from here. Yeah, and also, you know, the art style is kind of similar to the first game, but there's, and also the gameplay, a lot of it will carry over from the first game, but you'll also be able to see that there's a lot of changes and a lot of improvements. We have redesigned UI, So it has better contrast ratios and stuff like that for the text to just make everything more clear. And so we try to make improvements overall to the UI. We're also adding brand new environments, more characters, more stuff happening on maps, etc. So it's gonna be a fuller and richer game in general, also art-wise. Also, if you noticed, the battles have more juice. You know, there's effects when units hit each other and a bit of flash, because that means it's easier to see which units are hit. There's you know, a ghost fill on the health bar and stuff like that. So just to make the impact of battle just kind of feel more juicy in general. Okay, so we won that battle. We must get away from here now, and Annalie suggests that we should travel to a city called Tarsus, and that's going to be our next mission. Okay, mission 1 complete. So here we got a bit of a world map as we travel through the world between each mission. You can see all these cities, and Hattusa, the capital, is burning at the moment, so we are trying to get away from here. We can pick the difficult level between each mission. We're gonna have to stick to normal for now. So let's just get into mission 2, see what happens. Okay, here we are. You know, when you have kids traveling with you, of course, they're gonna ask when we're there. That's just a given. And Oglum is complaining because he's a big dude traveling far and he's hungry all the time. That's what happens when you're full of muscles. You need a lot of calories. We can hear some people. We'll go and investigate the noise. There's some colorful characters over here. Let's go and chat with them, see what happens. And again, you can hear the music change. You know, it's a bit more quirky because of these new characters. We're introduced to Demir, a street thief, and his sister Defne, who is also a street thief. So naturally, you know, our main characters are a bit skeptical of them to begin with, but they want us to come to this hideout because there's villagers in this area that have been taken captured by the sea peoples that burned down Hattusa, so they want us to help save these families and villagers. So we'll just follow them up to the hideout. And here we are. So the villagers are wanting help. Demir often have the role of source scout, so they having the background as thieves, so they often know what's going on in the environment. So even though Mutti thinks, you know, there's an Oglim, that they're taking a big risk trying to help these people, and Mutti is sort of this reluctant hero. He doesn't really want to be a hero. He just wants to take care of his kids, basically, in this collapsing world. So he doesn't necessarily want to be this hero or leader, but he tries to do the right thing here. So we're gonna try to help these villagers. We have to avoid this main sea people force that's traveling around and patrolling the area. So Demir and Defne are gonna mark that patrolling force on the map for us, and we kind of have to sneak past them to save villagers. While this happens, we're learning about foraging foods. You know, our food is dwindling and we need food for our travel, so we're gonna ask these villagers to forage some food. Defne and Demir are marking the enemy me on the map, and we'll leave Anneli behind because she's just watching the kids. We don't want to put them in danger. Of course, you can if you want to, but I think it's just as good to just leave them behind. We'll let Oglim and Mutti do the sneaking around as they're faster. And you can see the secondary objective is gathering this food. And we're gonna have to rescue villagers from 3 camps and avoid getting killed by the Sea People army. As they get closer, you can hear the music change. That's also something really cool. So there's an emitter attached to this army, and it's even stereo. So in my headset right now, I can hear they're coming from the right. That's the direction the dangerous music is from. Yeah, so we save this villager. Army's coming quite close. It seems like they're going up. We're gonna go down. Do we have time to save these villagers? I'm not sure. They are coming down here. I'm feeling a bit scared actually. Oh. Risky business. Yeah, let's go. Don't want to risk going up here because they might see me, so I'm just gonna go pretty much all the way around. Ugh. The question is, where are they gonna go next? Oh, here they are. We're not enough people. Like these villagers can fight, but not enough. Let's see. Okay, they're going that direction. That means we can go here. Okay, so we got heaps of villagers, so let's return to the granary. Save the ones we need to save. And also we have foraged enough food to feed the second objective. Let's see, yeah, they're gonna go this way, so we'll travel here. Music, the danger music is gone when you're away from them. Okay, back to the granary. Okay, we've gathered villagers, but the invaders are still searching the forest hills and roads. We must find a way south before their army comes. So basically, what's gonna happen is that these new characters and villagers are gonna follow us into the next mission. Because they need to get away from this patrolling army and the sea people in general. Not a safe area. You can see the world map has changed a bit. The cities are no longer burning. It's now the smoke, the aftermath. And we have traveled all the way to what's today's southern Turkey, to a city named Taurus. It's a Hittite city. And we are hoping to find some safety here. Okay, it seems like this city is destroyed. which Mutti and Oglin point out. But Annalie always had a different plan. She actually grew up close to here, so she's gonna take us to a valley northeast of here. So let's follow her to this fertile valley that might make a nice new home for us and hopefully some safety. But yeah, you can see like the levels in the sequel is they're a lot more elaborate. Like in the first game, every level was pretty much just empty, and in this game, we want you to feel like there's actually an old world that's already there. You know, and it's an existing world. Okay, so here I'm putting myself in a bad situation right away. These villagers don't have as much health, so they're surely to die, so I'm just gonna move them away. I'm gonna take Oglim, who has quite a bit of armor and health, and he's gonna tank. Gonna move him up. So that's really cool with this act post function. Gives me time to kind of think about my moves. Actually, something I want to do is I want to move Oglim to these range units, because just like in the first game, the range units are forced to attack with a melee attack if they're next to any other units, which means they don't deal as much damage and they can't like all target the same unit. So they have to target the unit next to them. So you should try to get close to range units to kind of stop them in their tracks. Here we go. So they're now focus firing Oglim, but Oglim has a lot of armor. He used to be a warrior trainer, so as a warrior trainer, he had the funds to you know, get himself a really good bronze sage, bronze armor, full body. So yeah, this area has become lawless, but hopefully it's nice in this valley that Annalie is taking us to. Something new is also this hero screen. Like it's more a focus on the characters in the game this time. There weren't really any characters in the first game that you could control that weren't just, you know, your standard villager and an axeman. And we also made sure you can see them on the minimap, so you can easily find them to figure out where they are, so you don't lose track of them. So here we're approaching some ruins, and this happens to be where Annalie grew up a long time ago. It's a fertile landscape and it's well protected, seemingly. So let's try to establish a new home here. So this is also where Mutti's wife, who has passed away, grew up, and she's, you know, Annalie's daughter. So there's a bit of a sentimental value to this surrounding as well. Yeah, as you play, you get to kind of find out more and more of these characters' backstory through the narrative. And yeah, so the villager says, you know, we'll help you gather what we can, help raise buildings. It's because this will be the first base building mission. So, just like in the first game, we are going to place our village center. We can do this in ActivePOS. So if I click Annalie and then place it, it happens, and then I can unpause, and whatever you did during ActivePOS happens. So that's pretty cool. So we'll select this idle villagers, we'll construct the village center. And we also want to kind of check out our surroundings. So just like in the first game, the villager training is automatic from the village center. So a lot of the core gameplay mechanics will carry over from the first game. And we'll rally point to the fruit tree. So when it's the villager is trained, it just automatically goes to that location. So food consumption, like we mentioned in two first levels, all units consume food, and you can enter starvation if you don't have enough food, and that could actually lead to game over. It also makes your village less efficient. So we want to avoid food consumption. And on the other hand, we want to increase the food surplus level, which is inspired by real history. So basically, when people start establishing, bigger cities, how could they do that? Well, they had a surplus of food, and what happened is when you have a surplus of food, not every single person has to gather or harvest or forage or whatever food, right? So they can do other things. So you got like specialists, you got craftsmen and the priests, religious people, you got warriors, professional warriors, stuff like that. So people could do get more specialized in general, and when people are more specialized, the knowledge that they gain in these respective areas is higher because they spend more time in those areas, and throughout society, then we collectively as a people we have more knowledge, right? So we see this as if you have a high surplus, you grow your population faster, you get villagers faster trained, and you also get knowledge generation, more of that, so that you can more quickly unlock new technologies. So that's kind of one of the unique mechanics in this game compared to kind of your standard classic RTS. And also we can game hunt for animals and fish, and so we should explore to see if we can find any keep us alive. So I do want this food crate because, as we just discussed, we want a food surplus. We only have level 2, and we want to pull level as quickly as possible. We're also told to gather wood, which we'll get to in a sec.
Yeah.
But yeah, these food crates are really valuable early on.
Good.
So let's get that. We'll almost increase our food surplus level. But we do also have this objective to chop some wood.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna chop some wood and rally point a villager there.
Yeah. Good.
While I explore this area a bit more.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like most of the valley. It seems like we actually have a battle here where we were killing off some bandits without us seeing, noticing. Okay, so we got some wood now, and we now learn that we need some bricks. So again, we're trying to introduce the game a bit more gradually this time, so it's not like you have to do the whole game in like 3 minutes and get introduced to everything at once. So hopefully this game will be a bit more accessible to new players of the genre. But basically we have to place a clay pit on marshland, and we can assign multiple villagers to the clay pit to collect bricks faster. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this villager place a clay pit close to the settlement because or the village center, because they need to actually walk to deliver. So you wanna minimize the distance villagers walk to deliver. Something new is if you play the first game is that whenever a villager delivers resource, there's a little animation showing that. So villager is delivering, and you can see this little pop. So we're trying to add a bit more like details like that to the game. So now we're gonna wait for 30 clay because we need more dwellings. We can only have 10 villagers, which means our villager training is paused at the moment. So let's do that. while we explore the level. There's a few remnants from maybe nearby villages or Taurus. They've had their homes destroyed, so they want to join us. Of course, let's allow that because more people is going to benefit us.
Good. I should.
There's another abandoned or
Good. Yeah.
destroyed village here.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. I should.
Seems like there's already a rumor of this caravan of farmers who are fighting back and have survived. Yes, we are one of them. So we'll pick up the food crates. So now we got quite a bit of food, which is good. We got the full surplus level. So once we make a dwelling, it means that we'll train new villagers faster. But our food is going down. You can see that little arrow. It's kind of stable, but it's going down a little bit. So we should probably put some more villagers in food, which leads us to farms. So farms can be worked by one villager and has to be placed on good soil quality, basically. Like, the soil quality of the ground will determine how efficient people can farm it. So if I now place a farm, I got enough wood. You can see this little circle here. So the placement actually matters, and where you how you lay out your base matters. So I'm trying to leave this area for farms, and then so I'm gonna place one farm. But they cost 50 wood. We don't have enough. I'm gonna get one guy to gather some wood, chop some wood. We also need another dwelling, which we afford. So I'm just gonna make another dwelling, and then probably I'm gonna shift click to make a waypoint so that when this villager is done making his house, constructing his house, the villager is just gonna go down and hunt automatically. That's a pretty cool feature and standard in most games of this type. And then I'm gonna rally point to the fish because in general it seems like our food is declining, so gotta do that. I think the only area I have not explored is this direction. So let's see what's up here. That's not good. Let's go back. Ooh, the sea peoples are here. That means this area is not really safe, is it? But maybe they will leave us alone. Let's see. Okay, so we afford to make another farm to complete this secondary objective. And I'm gonna we've explored most of the map. Yeah, so this advice panel just explains how a higher food surplus level leads to higher accumulation of knowledge points. We're also advised to unlock militia technology, which grants all our villagers within the village center better weapons and armor. That's really handy. So in this game, and this is often not the case in similar games, is that our villagers can actually fight back. They're not totally useless. They will do whatever they can, and there's also, you know, strength in numbers. So you don't want to lose villagers because that can damage your economy. But there's actually as a last line of defense, they're very useful, and we can unlock this technology to make that defense even better. So we can open the technology tree here, and we can unlock the militia. Something else we can do, this is a new technology from the first game, is that we've added hunter-gatherer, so we can forage fish and skin animals a bit quicker. I think that would benefit us now. We could unlock masons, which gives us brick making speed increase, but we do have quite a bit of brick now. We're not building too much on this level or this mission yet, so let's go with hunter-gatherers. now the villager, like, this is part of the emergent storytelling, right? So now they say, like, hey, because we got militia, you know, spare your weapons from the village center, and they'll be able to make a difference. I don't know if we did a good enough job to explain this in the first game, but in this game, we're trying to reinforce, like, hey, in this game, if you are struggling and getting attacked, use your villagers to defend yourself. Like, you know, that's part of the game design here. So this advice panel explains influence range, which is basically, when I click here, you can see the circle, that's influence range. So you can see this little shield icon over above the villagers, and you can also see when they're moving, there's like a spear and a shield that they didn't have otherwise. You go out of the influence range and look, they're no longer militia. Okay, we don't need so many people in clay, I think. I'll one for chopping wood. We are house blocked. So I'm gonna getting attacked by the sea peoples. And they want Mutti. What do they want with Mutti? Kipara demands it. So the villager, again, we're hinting, you know, we almost helped Mutti. So use your villagers to defend the village. And another advice saying that, so let's do that. However, in this case, I think I have enough to defend against this attack without using my villagers. But what I can do, I can send them a bit back, lead them to my village so that my villagers are very safely within the influence range. And so we get a bit of help because I think I could have beaten these sea people with just my heroes, but having the villagers help me means I lose less health, so they'll be better prepared for the next attack if there are any. So that's it. We have survived this attack. Now you can hear the music. It's getting more eerie and mystical. Like he's not feeling it safe anymore. Part of the music design from our audio designer Anders. Really cool. So it seems like we're becoming a symbol of resistance, you know, from the first two levels. You know, the sea peoples have started taking notice, and basically it seems like it's not a safe place for us. So this is the gather resources again. It's a really cool feature because in most RTS games you don't use your villagers so much for fighting, right? So picture this, you've used 20 villagers to fight someone, right? And then after the attack, you're like, oh, I have to click on this villager to make him pick berries again, and this villager to fish. Super annoying. So we just added this button, continue to gather last resource, and then boom, they just do whatever they did before the attack. Super convenient.
True.
Okay, so now we know we might get attacked. So I'm just gonna kind of protect the village. I'm not taking any risks exploring anymore. The only unexplored area is Sea People's camp over here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this secondary objective, constructing altar of heroes. This is a new building. What that building allows us to do is when heroes fall in battle, we can retrain them or revive them, right? You know, imagine if you play this and you have 4 heroes and then one of them suddenly dies and then, you have to restart the game. Oh, that would be super annoying. So we decided that you have this new building that means you can revive heroes and not fear that, you know, any time a hero dies, you're gonna lose the game. So it's only really a few missions, like the 2 first missions, where you have to worry about that. Oh, they're attacking again. So I'm just gonna go back, pause.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna put Oglim in the front. I'm gonna send him to the range unit. I'm gonna get help
What?
from these villagers.
Yeah.
Shoo.
And these villagers, they're all gonna attack
True.
this person.
Huh? Good.
Okay, let's see how that plays out. So,
Here. See.
so you can see, like, for example, the
Ja.
light axeman has 9 in attack, and
Okay.
a villager without militia only has 5. So the light axeman has more health and more attack, right? So it is stronger, but there's strength in numbers.
Hmm?
Huh?
That's why these villagers are so useful in
Oh.
defending our village.
Huh?
At least early game or against, you know, enemies that are too overwhelming. Okay, so we survived that attack. A new feature is, you know, in the first game you selected a bunch of units. Here you would see, you know, I've selected 3 axemen and 2 slingers and 5 villagers, and then you can click on the 5, like the button that says 5, and then it selects all the villagers. But this time we introduced that, you know, if you do that with many units, you still have this feature, like in the first game, right? But if you have less than a certain amount of units, you can actually see each individual unit here and see their health. So, like, if you're in a battle, like, oh, actually, that's a bug because these health bars aren't updated. So that's something I'm gonna fix. You know, we're still developing this game; it's not out yet. But the good thing then is, if I see Oglim has low health, I can pause and I can pull Oglim out of the battle like that, right? So very useful. And we're house blocked, so I'm just gonna make another house. We have some knowledge points, so I'm probably gonna do some improved woodworking because at some point, you know, these fish and animals will disappear, and then we want to make more farms.
Okay. Nun.
Why?
What?
Yeah, there's no more fish here.
Du har me.
No more fish.
Huh? Nun.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we have to do is we have to make some farms,
Huh?
and
There.
for the
Okay.
units who are
There.
making farms, we need to
What? Nun.
there's a bug here.
Oh, there.
Got 2 bugs during this session. Not too bad though for a early version of the game. Okay, so if we wish to see the sunrise, we must all fight. That's a pretty good hint, or a strong hint. Maybe, you know, this is such a big army that we need all our villagers to help us fight. So let's just do that.
Yeah.
Still want Oglim in the front though.
Cruel.
Target Oglim because he has so much health. That even Oglim might not survive this. Been talking so much, I never had time to finish the Ultra of Heroes and complete this mission objective. But it doesn't have to be completed. It is secondary. Okay. And the music becomes really serious because the enemy is relentless, they're determined to take Mutti. Their mother would have liked that. I'm sorry, Mutti. Yeah, it's getting really serious now. It's not a good situation to be in. The capital has burned down. We're fleeing the capital. We saved these villagers. We have to continue fleeing, and we hope for a new home here. And it's just not working out. And you know, what are we gonna do? Then it's settled. We must go east. The city of Karkmish might offer the hope of a friendly city. Let's just hope it's still standing. And to find out if that city is still standing, we have to wait for the full game, because that's the end of the demo version. And then you know, thank you for watching. Even as a developer, I had fun. I hope you had fun watching. It's a fun video to make. So yeah, the best way, if you wanna, you know, check out the demo yourself, go on Steam. If you wanna see the story continue, go on Steam, wishlist the game. It's the best thing you can do for us to help us. And also, we do like feedback. So if you wanna provide your feedback, join our Discord. And yeah, until next time, bye bye.